Welcome to my channel, Life with Mel B. Before we get into this video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and let your notifications so that when I'm posting, that you guys will get the notification. So today is going to be a series that I'm doing. How can you heal while sleeping with the enemy? It's going to be a 10-week healing series. And today we are going to talk about public enemy number one, which is the trust. So right now I'm about to be so transparent about my journey, my trust journey, and the things that I'm still trying to have trust in, because when you've been hurt, you have a tendency of not trusting easily. So this journey that I am on, and I pray that this journey will help you somewhere in your life. But again, please do not forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. You won't be disappointed. And I just want to start with Proverbs 3 and 5 through 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not onto your own understanding. Your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your path. Great. So the trust that I'm talking about, I have been married more than once. So for me, it was and it is hard to trust people, because every time I try to trust, I always seem to be the one that gets hurt in the process. Now, for the past week, God has been speaking to me on the trust issues. And my trust issues, for one, is being in a relationship, whether it's being in a relationship with myself or being in a relationship with somebody else. And a relationship does not always mean a man and a woman, because we can have issues with our family members, we can have issues with our friends, we can just have issues in a whole. But we don't deal with those. We just sweep it under the rug and we just think that it's going to get better. Meanwhile, it's building up this wall where you can't trust nobody because you never dealt with the issue that you had to deal with to begin with. So before you can trust anybody, you have to go in the presence of the Lord and tell God what it is that you want him to heal you and to clean you from. So we go and we ask God, oh God, I just need you to let me know, show me a sign. You got to spend time with God. And you got to trust God. When you ask God for something, you got to know in your heart, okay, God, I ask you for you to bring this person in my life. I trust that you're going to allow me to trust them. I trust that I'm not going to have to be an FBI agent. I trust that I don't have to be all scoping in their phone. I trust you that this is somebody that you brought into my life. And God, if it's somebody outside of a relationship, I'm trusting you that wherever we are broken at, I'm trusting that you will fix that. Because some of us don't even know that we've hurt somebody, because guess what? They never opened up their mouth to say, hey, you hurt me. Or if I gave you my secret and you decided like, okay, guess what? This person or that person, Sally went and told Mary my business. Now I can't trust you. That's the enemy. The enemy is compiling different parts of our lives so that we don't trust God. Because right now, even in the pandemic, you got Satan and his little dominions up there saying, yeah, if y'all had a God, then y'all wouldn't be doing this. No, we are in the midst of a pandemic. But what about when you were in your own silent pandemic, when you were in your own silent fear, when God said, trust in me? And you decided, well, I'm going to do this. God don't need your help. God don't need my help. He don't need your help. He don't need nobody's help. What you have to do is believe that whatever it is that you are asking God for, you got to trust him. But the enemy will send the distraction towards you so that you can say, you know what, God, there ain't no real God. And then you got right in line with the enemy. You are right there with the enemy, because that's where the sleeping with the enemy is. You say you trust God, but the minute something don't feel right, you're doubting God. So where's the trust? You have to trust before you can do anything, because you can't have trust in a relationship. And faith, y'all know what that is. So if you have the faith that God is going to do something, you got to believe it. You got to believe that, hey, I'm trusting on God. I'm trusting in God. I'm leaning on God. I'm lying in God. I'm just putting my whole body and everything into God. When I go to sleep, I'm just laying down, and these burdens is not mine. Because tomorrow, if I am called on that day to say, hey, today is another day that I can get it right. But don't keep saying, oh, I trust, but then in the same token, oh, I doubt. Well, I don't know. I think God might have told me. No, you got to go in there knowing, hey, God told me this here, and I'm going to stand by it. We want microwavable blessings. We want microwavable relationships. We want all of the things like that. They that wait on the Lord. See, that's what we don't want. We don't want to wait. We want everything to be fixed right here, right now. So come on now. And Satan give it to you. When you don't want to wait on the Lord and you don't want to trust in the Lord, guess what? Satan will say, hey, I'm going to give you what it is that you need. And whatever it is that you need, guess what? Satan is coming back to get his, because sin is like a debit card. Feels good when you're doing it. But when it's time for you to pay up, and when you want to say, I surrender it all to God, Satan is like, oh no, hey, I'm here to pick up what I gave you before you think you're going to go over there. So now you're tug-of-warring with, hey, God, get me out of this. But just like the creditors, you had great time to enjoy that, and you were paying the minimal balance. And because it was so minute, now you feel like, okay, God, I am going to totally trust you now. Satan is saying, okay, you can trust God, but you still owe me, because I gave you something too. But had you only waited on the Lord and renewed your strength in the Lord, then you wouldn't have to worry so much about Satan. Hey, I'm ready for you to pick up, and I'm ready for you to pay. So on this journey, before you make any type of decisions, trust that God is going to do what he said that he is going to do. Trust the process. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. You can't always just have microwavable stuff all the time. I personally like the oven. I like my stuff to slow cook. I like to savor the seasoning in it. And I like when God is doing something new in my life. I like when he savors my blessings. So I can wait. I've been waiting for a long time. I'm patiently waiting for God to do something for me. And I already know what it is, because he keeps sending messages after messages, confirmation of things that I asked for when I left New York. So I'm just telling you, even though things may look hard where you are, even though it might not feel right where you are, just know that if you wait on God, and if you trust, that's the best part. If you trust God in everything, there's nothing that you will not get. You have to trust God, and you have to wait on God. And while you're waiting and trusting on God, go out and do something good for yourself. Encourage yourself every day to make sure that you say, I am whatever it is that you think it is that you are. Because my affirmation is, I'm black, I'm beautiful, I am a queen. I am the daughter of the Most High God. And I thank God every day, because I make sure before I do anything, I always give God all of the praise and all of the glory. So today I challenge you to go sit down and write yourself out a list and see what it is that you want to start healing and stop sleeping with the enemy. Doubt is the enemy, because you say that you trust God, but you doubt that God is going to come through. So right now, let's get on the healing path of Stop sleeping with the enemy, doubt, fear, and all of the things that is not of God. And this is your first Real Life with Mel B. Have a blessed day.